Hello, hello, hello. This is a really serious video today. This is seriously such a serious video that I don't want you to think that I am clickbaiting the title with saying that this is a really serious video, or that I'm clickbaiting the thumbnail by saying that this is seriously such a serious video. It's seriously a video. I mean, it's seriously a serious video. It's one of the reasons why I wore my new Cure t-shirt. I'm very emo today. I'm very in my emotions. Not my happy emotions, not my joyous emotions, but my sad emotions, my angry emotions. I'm just really into my emotions today. But you don't have to buy my slimes. Please don't feel pressured to buy my slimes, even though I'm really emotional today. No pressure, I just wanted to let you know that I have slimes. But this is a really serious video. Attitude check! Fuck you! Attitude check! Fuck you! Attitude check! Fuck you! So anyway, for those of you that didn't hear me do attitude check, I don't know, it was 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago, I was talking about how, I think they still do it at drag shows, but back in the day, when I used to go to drag shows several times a week, the MC of the drag show would do this thing where they would go, attitude check, and then the whole audience would go, fuck you! And so I said I was going to start it over here on this channel. I did it for like 2 or 3 videos, and then I stopped, okay? But today, attitude check! Fuck you! Okay, but today, no, like I really am for real feeling very emo. Because if you wear an emo shirt, that means you're feeling very emo. I listened to The Cure before the term emo ever even came out, okay? I remember when everybody came out and they go like, oh my god, I'm so emo. Like, I'm so emo. Like, I listen to, like, Dashboard Confessionals, and I'm, like, so emo, and I cry all the time, and I wear my hair in my face, and I'm, like, seriously so emo and stuff. And I'm like, oh, we called that alternative in the late 80s. In fact, there was a whole entire music section, tape cassettes, okay, when you would go to, you know, the music store, and it was called alternative, and it was bands like The Smiths, The Cure, Gene Loves Jezebel, Susie and the Banshees, things like that. Now alternative is like that, like hardcore, it's like all that kind of stuff, you know. That wasn't alternative back then. That's what, and we wouldn't say we were emo. We would say we're independent. We would say, oh my god, I'm so independent, and I go on tangents all the time. But you know what? A couple things have not changed about me. Number one, I still go on tangents, off on tangents all the time. Number two, I'm still kind of independent. And number three, I'm probably just as emo. I'm probably even more emo now than I was then, okay? Woo-hoo, Robert Smith. But anyway. No, but like this is really a serious video. This is for the one gal out there that got so butthurt that she was so butthurt over the fact that I used the clickbait title. She goes, how many times are you going to say this is a serious video? Oh my god, you've said this 15 times in the last week. Blow it out your ass, okay? First of all, let me get you some Vaseline to make this video a little bit easier for you since you got so butthurt. I'm thinking about this. Fuck all them lip glosses, okay? They're all them problematic lip glosses. Every single one of them lip glosses is problematic. Well, not all of them, okay? But I'm thinking about just getting me a big old tube of Vaseline. Oh, they sponsor James Charles, too. Oh, they make his life easier. I'm sure they do. Anyway, Vaseline supports James Charles, too. Vaseline, the Predator Protector. No, I don't know if they are, okay? But wouldn't that be so funny if you went to Vaseline's Instagram and they supported James Charles? I mean, Depends, dude, because I don't know if Depends follows them, but do you remember back in the day when he swore he never got a BBL, and then James Charles, he sure as shit, like, on his Amazon, on his computer, when he was showing his computer, had Depends that he had ordered, and everybody's like, all of his defenders were like, well, maybe it's for his elderly grandma that he's taking care of. When have you ever seen James Charles? Y'all come up with the stupidest excuses in the entire fucking world, okay? This was gonna be a rant video, and I was gonna read your rants and respond to it, but let me just tell you this right now, okay? Y'all come up with some of the biggest fucking stupidest excuses I've ever heard in my entire life, okay? And sometimes when I like do a video about Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star or James Charles, it's always the three of them that y'all come up with the stupidest excuses for, okay? And I'll come up and I'll say some stuff in a video with factual evidence, And y'all say something like, oh, would James Charles have them, he had that BBL? I mean, literally his ass went from a pancake ass to this, okay? He had a BBL. Why even come out and lie about it? I think he's even been honest about it now, right? But back in the day, he wasn't, right? This is what kills me is that these people for months and years, I swear, I never had a BBL. What? No, not me. I just been doing lots of squats. On what? Okay. I've been just doing lots of squats. No, my butt went from this to this overnight. Oh, fuck it did, okay? So they don't want to ever act like they got a BBL. First of all, if I got a BBL and paid listen, I watched 90 Day Fiance, okay? That Jasmine, she paid $10,000 in Panama for a BBL, okay? I heard them BBLs were dangerous anyway. My husband, he loves all that aesthetic stuff. He's like, he has a nice butt anyway, but he was like, I want to get me one of them BBLs. I go, no, ma'am. Those things are dangerous. I've heard dangerous stories about them BBLs. But James Charles came out for years. Oh, girl. He was so offended. How dare you say that he has a BBL? James Charles was this, okay? And then went ba-boom like that. He was a Kardashian overnight. I wanted to sit there and act like he ain't got no BBL. Girl, sing that song to some other choir, okay? Because this church choir ain't buying it, okay? Because we don't have the Holy Ghost like Toddy Westbrook. So anyway, but these people always want to say, oh my God, why would you say I had a BBL? I never had a BBL. What are you talking about? I never had a BBL. Oh my God, not me. And then they come out one day and they go, of course I had a BBL. But for years, y'all been protecting them and saying, why are you coming for James Charles? James Charles didn't have a BBL. He just eats a lot of carbohydrates. You guys know, true story, I got those comments on there when I did the BBL video. People say he just eats a lot of vegetables. He's probably constipated. Girl. You need to think this through if you think constipation gives you a big ass, okay? Trust me, because if I could get my ass to look that big, I wouldn't want his butt, okay? In many ways. Woo! But anyway, I wouldn't want that look. Let's just say that, okay? But if I did, and the constipation would get me there, I wouldn't sit on a toilet for the rest of my life. True story, okay? You wouldn't get me in no surgery operating room, okay? I just wouldn't poop for the rest of my life. That's what constipation gave you. But that's bullshit. People will come up with the stupidest reasons for things, okay? Oh, well, maybe this or maybe... Where do y'all come up with these excuses when the facts are literally right in front of you, okay? For example, you guys talk about how James Charles does honest reviews, okay? Oh, James Charles is so honest. He always does honest reviews. That's why I can trust him, okay? Jeffree Star, same thing. Oh, Jeffree Star and his Jeffree Star bullshit approved reviews that he does. And he comes out later and doesn't ever, once again, ever endorse that product that he so swore by, and this is Jeffree Star approved. Did y'all hear about this TikTok that James Charles just did and he put out there where he came out and he said, oh, that palette, that Morphe palette that he endorsed back in the day, that's a bunch of bullshit, and well, that was such a joke, and what? Well, how much did you get paid for that endorsement, James Charles? Oh, you got a brand deal with Morphe. So by endorsing Morphe back in the day, you got a palette off of that. That bought you a house. That bought your parents a house. Okay? That endorsement that you did for Morphe, that paid your bills. So you were a liar and you were disingenuous with your audience and came out and you endorsed a product that you didn't believe in then and you sure as shit don't believe in now, and you think that's a joke. And we think we should take you seriously? Oh, and you're problematic. And you're a self-proclaimed predator. Why do people listen to this man? Seriously? Can somebody explain that to me? That is my biggest rant of the day. Why do people listen to this man? You know? Y'all are worried about the... Listen, I just cannot, okay? That he's sitting there, I watch his TikTok, he's sitting there laughing and being like, yeah, that was about this palette back in the day. And I'm sitting there thinking, do you know how many people bought that fucking palette because you endorsed it? So many people bought that palette, James Charles, because you endorsed it. They spent their hard-earned money because you endorsed that product. Now it's funny. You're a fucking joke, okay? Seriously? This is why I don't take any of these people seriously, and you shouldn't take their reviews seriously either. If these people, some of them, if they aren't buying their own products every once in a blue moon, and they're getting every product sent to them, don't believe them. Don't believe them. And I've said this for years. How are you going to do a sponsorship? How are you going to do a brutally honest, Manny MUA, a brutally honest review of a product that was sent to you by a brand that you want them to continue to send you their products? How are you going to do a brutally honest review of that? You know, unless you're going to get on video and say, this mascara was the biggest piece of shit mascara that I've ever used in my entire life. You think they're going to ever send you mascara again? No, they know they can't trust you. So you have to give them positive endorsements, right? Which is what all these people do. They're a joke, you guys. These people have faked their way to the top. And we bought into it for years and years and years. They faked their way to the top. They got free product. They still get free products. Have you guys ever watched these people like Manny and Tati and all these people, all the products they're sent? And Tati got in a video not too long ago. This killed me, right? She's like, well, I couldn't find the product anywhere, so they sent it to me. Can you imagine just calling up like Givenchy and being like, yeah, I can't find your lip gloss. Could you send me some? Okay, Tuesday. I need it by Tuesday so I can film this video. Are you kidding me? Give me a fucking break, okay? These people are so privileged and they don't even realize it. Then they show, like, it's Michaela Nagara, and she shows all this stuff that she sent, right? Literally, like, I can't remember, this was probably a year ago, 6 months ago. It was like that Pia Louise or somebody like that brand, but they sent her, like, everything. Everything in their entire website, they sent her. It was, like, literally, like, 10 boxes. Did you guys ever see that? She could never wear all that makeup in her entire life if she ever tried. It was literally like 10 to 15 boxes of stuff. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to try this stuff. What? One lip gloss? One eyeshadow? Because you couldn't, I mean, you couldn't even do 30 looks a day, okay? And try all this kind of stuff. So anyway, all these people just fake their way to the top, and then what they do is they come out with their own makeup brand. You know, trust me, this is what the goal is. They all say, well, I never really wanted to own a makeup brand, Jaclyn Hill. And then you come out, you do all this kind of stuff, and the whole goal is to get so big that you have a major audience. I mean, when you guys are talking about 1 million, 5 million, you know, like 16 to 20 million subscribers, okay, they're not getting the views that they were getting before. I was looking the other day because this conspiracy video of Shane Dawson showed up on my recommended page, and the true story, the first thing I thought was, oh, did he change the thumbnail and the title of his last video? Because it was like Conspiracies with Shane Dawson. And I was like, oh, did he change the thumbnail? Because now I don't ever know, right? Because he changes it so much. Except in this last video, he hasn't changed it at all. Which I don't know why, because it's not doing shit. It's not doing very good, right? The last video that he did with Jeffree Star, the makeup conspiracy that I debunked on my channel, took me 20 minutes to go into TJ Maxx, and I debunked a 4-year video that he put together. Okay, so anyway, but we don't give credit where credit's due. Oh, no. Well, that's a different TJ Maxx. Listen, girl, I'm going to go to every fucking TJ Maxx that I can find, okay? And trust me, I'm going to be putting stars on boxes, too, and I won't be able to pull all of them. So, anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so I saw this video that came up, and it was like Conspiracy Theories with Shane Dawson, and it was like 19 million views. And I was like, did something, one of my biggest rants is, okay, and I do not know what happened with the flight pattern in Indianapolis in the last 6 months, but something happened where all of a sudden, we are 45 minutes from the airport, every fucking plane in the world flies so low over our house. I don't even know why. We're not anywhere near close to the airport. Okay, I can't even film videos out here. Go back and watch my videos from 6 months ago. That did not happen. This is like the flight pattern change. I don't know what happened, but I am so fucking over it. Attitude check! Anyway, that's what we say to Indianapolis Airport, right? Indianapolis International Airport. Like anybody's flying out of here internationally. Get fucked. Anyway, so, I mean, listen, this is not a major hub, okay? We are not Charlotte or Atlanta. We are not Miami or LAX, okay? We are Indianapolis is what we are. And I love my front porch and I love my Indianapolis neighbors. I do. So shout out if you're a Hoosier in the comment section below. Hoosier Daddy! Me! My neighbor just laughed across the street. Are you laughing at me? Oh, no. They do have t-shirts that they sell them at Pride Day, and it says Hoosier, because Hoosier's like, if you live in Indiana, you're a Hoosier, and it'll say like Hoosier Daddy on it. Like, who's your dad? If you're as old and stupid as I am, you gotta spell it out for somebody, right? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so this video, this conspiracy video of Shane Dawson's, right? It was like, it said, Conspiracies with Shane Dawson. I go, oh, did he change the title and the thumbnail? Because now it's sitting at 19 million views. Like, how did he go from like 1.5, 1.6 million views to 19 million views overnight? I was like, what the fuck happened with this, right? So I look and it's 4 years ago. Girly girl, this man was getting 19 million views 4 years ago, okay? And he's now getting 1.5, 1.6 million views to 3 million views a video. The mighty have fallen. Like I said, my reality TV show video channel today. Onward, Christian soldiers. Anyway, so listen, people all the time when I come over there, be like, don't you be worried about Shane Dawson. He's doing really well with his 1.5 million views. You're not doing very well with your 20,000 views. I'm not, okay? Like, listen, I'm not worried about it, okay? Because listen, I've been over here in my small space doing my small things, okay? Being just happy about it all day long, okay? The difference is this. I was never getting 1.56 million views. I was never getting 19 million views, okay? 4 years ago, I was getting 20,000 views. I'm still getting 20,000 views, okay? Haven't grown a whole lot, and I'm completely happy and content with it. I ain't changing thumbnails 20 times. I ain't changing titles 20 times to try to trick the system, okay? Shane Dawson should be happy with his 1 to 3 million views that he gets, but he's not. I'm happy with my 20,000 views. Hell, when I got YouTubers that call me up and they complain, they're like, oh my God, my video did so bad, I only got 10,000 views. I go, do you realize that that is like as many people, that's at like a Lady Gaga concert or a Britney Spears concert, like 10,000 to 20,000 people. Like that is a lot of people that are watching your videos. And they're like, I never thought of it that way. I'm like, right. Find some gratitude with quickness, okay? We live blessed lives as YouTubers, okay? Blessed lives. I cannot stand when I hear people and be like, oh my God, my life is so tough. It's so hard for me to post one video. This is where people come from me and they're like, yeah, but you don't edit. I sit in this fucking chair for 4 to 5 hours a day and talk about shit. I feel so blessed that people want to watch my videos, okay? And I get up every day. People are like, how do you come up with these ideas? I do. It's not tough. Come up with a rant video. Start talking. This just like, I'm talking to my girlfriend having some coffee out here on the front porch. Talking to my neighbor across the street. It's not that deep. Okay? I give people ideas for videos all the time. And they're like, yeah, I probably should do that. And then 2 weeks later, they still have it. You think it's just RawBeautyKristi that I give suggestions to? People call me up all the time. They're like, I don't know what to do with my channel. What should I do? I'm like, well, what you should do is this. 2 weeks later, they still haven't done the video. Then I see somebody else did that same video, and they got like a ton of views off it. I'm like, listen, I'm just telling you, because I'm just a watcher of the YouTube like y'all are, okay? But Shane Dawson needs to fix something. Shane Dawson should have listened to me. Shane Dawson needs to quit turning that camera on Eugenia Cooney and Jeffree Star, because I hear that's his next big video he's going to do. Bore a snake. Anyway, all these people want to give Eugenia Cooney a platform, okay? Y'all need to be helping Eugenia Cooney out instead of just getting views off of her back, okay? That's what I think about all that. That's a very unpopular opinion, and I don't really care, okay? Just like my other very unpopular opinion, the grocery store Aldi is for shit. I don't like it, okay? I don't think the prices are that great in there. They don't have that great of a selection. The produce is pretty good. I will say that, okay? But other than that, I think it's for shit. There's my very unpopular opinion, okay? My other very unpopular opinion is that I think that all these people out there that are wanting to reboot their careers off the back of Eugenia Cooney, it makes me sad, okay? And the other thing that makes me sad about it is that I don't even think the girl's even aware of it, okay? I don't even think she gets it. I think she thinks she's having a good time dressing up. But I hope she don't ever figure it out, because if she does figure it out, what she'll realize is these people are not friends, they are leeches, and that makes me sad, okay? I have said this for a very long time. This is not something new that I am coming up with just to talk about Eugenia Cooney and Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and the rest of these people out there that are wanting to make videos off the back of Eugenia Cooney. I have said this for a very long time, okay? A friend is somebody that will tell you what you need to hear, not somebody that will tell you what you want to hear, okay? And if you are not surrounded by people that will tell you what you need to hear, you are not surrounded by people that love you. You are not surrounded by friends. If you are surrounded by people that fly you out to Wyoming and want to throw you up in TikTok lives and act like they are bored as sin that you are even there, okay, and want to make videos with you, then they are monetizing their relationship with you and they do not care about you. Period. End of story. And I don't give a shit if anybody believes me, doesn't believe me, agrees with me, doesn't agree with me. Have your opinion. Sound off in the comment section below, okay? But this whole situation with Eugenia Cooney makes me very, very sad. And I think one day she's going to wake up and she's going to realize all these people done used me, okay? But when you don't really have that many people around you anyway, I mean, I've been here in my life before, right? That you settle for less than because you don't even think that your self-worth is worth it that much. That you're willing to settle for the people that will take you at face value, even if they're using you for whatever, okay? And you're willing to accept that because you don't really have that many people in your life. That's what's really sad. That's what makes me the saddest about Eugenia Cooney, okay? Because if I was friends with Eugenia Cooney, number one, I'd be telling her, girl, you need some serious help. Like, I'm very, very worried about you, okay? But she gets rid of friends like that. I'm not going to get in this whole thing about Eugenia Cooney today, but she gets rid of people like that. She don't want to talk about people like that, okay? We've seen that happen in her past. When people are concerned about her, she gets rid of them. And I compared this in my video, okay, to people that have addiction issues. Because I heard somebody say in a video that if Eugenia Cooney knew that it was a problem, she would get help. Are you serious about this? Like, that is such an ignorant statement. that people that have severe issues, like severe eating disorders, addiction issues, and things like that, you think we're the first people to walk through the door of recovery and try to get healthy? No, that's working for us to some reason, okay? Until it's not anymore. And for many of us, it kills us. It ends us up in mental health institutions for addiction. It ends us up in jails, and like we talk about in addiction, jails, institutions, and death, right? Well, she's not going to go to prison for having an eating disorder. But other things could happen to her, and it makes me really, really sad. You know, I'm so thankful that I am surrounded by people that tell me the things that I need to hear. And they are not necessarily sometimes the things that I want to hear. But they are the things that I need to hear sometimes. And I am so thankful that I am set straight by my friends. I am not surrounded by yes people whatsoever. My husband, thank God, is not a yes person. I have gotten myself into some shit in the 7 years that I've been on YouTube, and my husband most of the time will look at me and he'll say, I am really sorry that you are going through this, but at the same time, you walked into this, you know? My good friend, Tanya Jean, she tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. My sponsor in recovery, she tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. My therapist tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. My other friends, we have the same relationship. I don't have a bunch of yes people around me. I don't have a bunch of people that are using me in my life today. I have in my past. I don't want that today. I want sincere, genuine relationships. And the thing that makes me the saddest about Eugenia Cooney is that I don't even think Eugenia Cooney is aware of what an authentic, genuine relationship looks like, because I don't think she's ever been surrounded by that before. So she's willing to take anybody that's nice to her. It's really, really sad is what it is. You know? And I'll tell you right now, as a person in recovery that had people while I was actively using, and I know it's not a fair comparison, but I'm going to use it a little bit. While I had people that were shouting at me and saying, like, this is a problem and this is a problem, like, I just tuned those people out. I just stopped seeing them, whatever. When Eugenia Cooney gets into live streams and people are flooding the comment sections with saying this and screaming this in all caps and all this kind of stuff, and she's like, this is my new shirt that I got at Forever 21. Oh, this is my new shirt that I got at Hot Topic. What do you think? And then there's like 20 comments in a row, and every one of them is nasty except for one that says, I really like the bow in your hair. You know she's reading all those comments. And she goes, you really like the bow in my hair? She's reading all those comments, okay? What she's saying is, fuck you, I don't care what you have to say. I lived that life as an addict, okay? An active addiction. I lived that life. If you were going to come for me and what was working best for me, which was my addiction, I wasn't going to listen to you. You weren't going to be in my life. I wasn't going to hear you, okay? But as long as you were kissing my ass and you were a good time, you would stay in my life, alright? That's why she's got who's in her life. I think Eugenia Cooney is a nice person. I think she needs a lot of help. And I know that that's not the popular opinion and people don't want to get it. That's why I don't watch her channel, in all honesty. I can't. I can't engage in it. I can't be a part of it. You guys do you. You do what you have to do. But listen, this is supposed to be like a funny ha-ha rant video. This has turned out to be so damn serious today. Well, maybe I'll save my rant video for tomorrow, because I got all kinds of things to rant about. And then maybe today I'll make this a little bit shorter of a video. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, RawBeautyKristi coming out with this MLM video. Girl, what's my rant about YouTubers? Let's talk about this. Okay, she put out another video. She put out the mocha latte video. Let's see what she did. We know she didn't address James Charles, right? So now RawBeautyKristi wants to come out and she wants to be the MLM teacher. Okay, in this video that she fed out, hold on a second, for the last 4 years that she's going to do this MLM video, she thought this MLM video, here it is, MLM cults, okay? She thought this video was going to get her so many views, sitting at 138,000 views. She got 1.14 million views, okay, or subscribers. Hold on, now she's been doing shorts on her channel. Oh, she thinks the shorts are going to get her the views. Okay, Kristi, you've been talking to your YouTube manager, girl. Let's see how many shorts she's got on here. Oh, she's got quite a few. Oh, no, she doesn't. Oh, she just started up with the shorts again. So listen, they got these YouTube manager things. They're not like what you think they are, okay? They're not like people that you can call up on the phone and go, listen, people are giving me shit, can you help me? They're people that help you like with thumbnails and things like that, okay? They're like people that work in the office of YouTube that are just like supposed to be helpful, right? She got her one of these YouTube managers that reached out to her, and they said, girl, what you need to do is you need to start doing shorts. It'll really boost your channel. And she's like, really? And they're like, yeah, like we're really going to shorts now, because like everything's doing that. Instagram Reels, TikTok, because TikTok started now. YouTube's trying to, you know, build. They've been trying to get me to do that stuff for years, okay? I did like 1 or 2 shorts, didn't nobody care. I cannot keep it short, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to make this video short. It's already at 24 minutes, okay? I can't, so that's what she's doing. She's like, oh, really? Like, the shorts are going to help my channel? No, Kristi, what would have fucking helped your channel is if you would have come out and actually addressed the fact that you were a predator protector and that you followed James Charles. I think the most killing thing to me about it is that she said to me on the phone that she knew that she needed to follow James Charles after what I had informed her of and after all the research that she had done, watching videos and reading the articles about things that she didn't know, which in retrospect, I'm like, things that you literally referenced in your own videos, so you lied to me. Okay. RawBeautyKristi lied to Peter Monn. Things that you literally referenced in videos, but whatever. Let's play that game. Okay, that was true for a second in the mystery, fantasy, fairy tale world of RawBeautyKristi. Okay, so you did all this research, and you said you didn't want it to look performative. You didn't know when to unfollow James Charles because you didn't want it to look performative. And my response to her was, well, Kristi, it is going to look performative to some people, okay? But if you come out and you address it, and you explain, well, I've done research on it, and I've looked into it deeper, and at this point, people will relate to you, right? Because she was asking for my advice. That's why she wanted to have the conversation. I didn't reach out to Kristi. None of that, okay? She reached out to me asking for my advice. Just be honest with your people. I always think that's the go-to, okay? You talk about the biggest marketing selling point in the universe, be honest with your people. You've always got that to fall back on, okay? Always be honest, you know? So anyway, she chooses not to do that, which is okay. She can do whatever she wants to do, right? Okay. But now she's trying to fix her channel by doing this video that she has hinted out for 4 years, this MLM video, because she thought it was going to garner her a lot of views. Okay, number one. Number two, she starts doing these shorts because somebody at YouTube's telling her these shorts are going to boost her channel. No, Kristi, what's going to boost her channel is if you fucking address the James Charles situation, okay? And now the problem is, okay, that you are a little too late. Now, you had no problem busting out that microscope to look at the career of Jaclyn Hill and her lipsticks. Why don't you bust out that microscope on your own fucking career, okay? And why don't you slide James Charles' following right underneath that microscope and look at that with a fine-tooth comb and see why you needed to follow him so long and were a predator protector, and then why don't you report your findings to your audience on YouTube? But you're too afraid to do that, right? Because now, okay, on top of coming out and having to address the fact that you did follow James Charles, why it looked performative if you took it out. I mean, this is so deep, you guys. When people want to act like, why do you have such an issue with this? This is the problem, okay? And this is the problem in the drama space as well, and in a lot of spaces. There are a lot of people in the beauty influencer space that don't have a lot of integrity. I don't think Jeffree Star has a lot of integrity, okay? So any kind of lie or whatever, Jeffree Star can kind of get away with that. RawBeautyKristi is somebody that kind of had a lot of integrity. She had character. People trusted her, right? So when she comes out and she does the opposite of that and she doesn't address something and she's really no better than a Michaela Nogueira or a Jeffree Star, who she's been gunning for all these years, it's not a good look for RawBeautyKristi, okay? Going along with that, what she should have known is, I should be the first person to come out and address it, okay? That's why, for me in my videos, I just come on video, and if like I don't know what to do with something, like I just talked about this in my video yesterday, like this following, unfollowing shit, I don't really know what to do with it anymore. Where does it stop, right? I just come to you guys, my audience, and I go, hey, here's where I'm at today. I don't really know what to do with this. You guys help me out with it, right? She has had no problem for the last 5 to 6 years building her career on sitting down with her audience and being authentic and genuine. But she can't do it over the one thing that people want her to talk about the most, okay? So she followed James Charles. Then she unfollowed him. It looks performative. She can't address why she continued to follow him all these years anyway, when she's come out and talked about him and talked about the beauty space ending. She can't explain why she unfollowed him and why it looked performative. She's now not addressed it for 2 months. People are like, Kristi is going through such a hard time. Are you guys watching Kristi's Instagram stories? She's literally fucking going to pumpkin patches and farming in her backyard, okay? She's had difficult shit in her life. I've had difficult shit in my life too. So many people have had difficult shit in their life, okay? Life moves on. I feel bad for Kristi. I've said that since video 1. I feel bad for Kristi for what she's gone through. But please somebody explain to me that Kristi, this is her career, okay? I was trying to help the girl out with her career. Y'all think I'm a big hater. I was trying to help Kristi. I really was. She fucked herself, okay? Trust me, I'm telling you right now, she didn't have to listen to me, and people are like, oh, this is where Peter thinks he's so smart. No, I don't think I'm so smart, but I got common fucking sense. My battery stopped. And I have common fucking sense. And when she asked me for advice, and I gave her advice, had she done what I suggested based on common sense, she wouldn't have only maintained her career, it would have garnered her a lot of respect. Because what it would have shown is, wow, I've always thought that Kristi was honest, and now she's coming out and saying, hey, you guys, like, I did know about this all along, and I continued to follow James Charles, and I held on too long because when I met him, he was a young kid, and I was hoping that he would change. Whatever her story is, whatever her truth is, if she'd come out and just been truthful, people would have been like, wow, this is the Kristi that I respect. But she fucked herself. And now it's been too long. Because now if she comes out and addresses it, it's going to A, look like she's bitter, and she's only coming out and addressing it because she's being forced into a corner too. Okay? And number two, because she's saving face, because it's been 2 months and she hasn't addressed it, and it's really hurting her career. I feel bad for the things that Kristi has gone through. Okay? I feel bad that for all the things with her husband and her family and everything else like that, right? But please explain to me why Kristi can get in videos while she's going through all this difficult stuff, and she can do a video about the real truth about multi-level marketing, okay? That she can get in a video and she can talk about going shopping together and thrift store shopping. That she can talk about what makeup is worth $300. She can talk about all this kind of stuff. She has posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, not only on this channel, but she's also been very active on her Instagram stories, and she's also been very, very active on her Zach and Kristi channel Instagram as well. So she can do all that, but she can't address the James Charles thing. Why is the James Charles situation off limits because of what she's going through, but none of this is? Can somebody explain that to me? I don't understand it, okay? I really don't. And I have had, like, friends of mine that have passed and been very, very sick. I've had family stuff going on, and I have sat down and talked about situations to do with Colleen Ballinger because I thought it was very, very important, okay? So if Kristi really thought that it was that important to address her following James Charles because her audience was asking for it, these are the same people, you got to remember, that say, I'm talking about this because you guys have asked me to. I'm talking about this Dyson hairdryer. I'm talking about this mascara because you guys have asked me to. I'm talking about this because you've asked me to. You guys have asked me about this in the comment section. How many people have asked Kristi to talk about James Charles and she refuses to do it? Okay? Why is she exempt from this? And then everybody's go-to is, well, she doesn't have to talk about it. You're right, she doesn't have to. And that's why she's the biggest disappointment in 2023 to me. It was Manny MUA. But now I've kind of learned to expect this. I didn't expect this from Kristi. I honest to God thought she would turn around in a video and just address it in a 5-minute video and be like, you guys, because that's who I thought Kristi was. Now, man, I got people dipping into my DMs and being like, you have no clue who Kristi is. Who you see on screen is not who she is. And I'm like, still, it's hard for me to believe. Because I've got this image of who Kristi is. And people are like, oh no, I went on brand trips with her. I've interacted with her. Kristi is all about the cha-ching. She's all about the dollar mark. She's all about the sponsorship. She's all about the money. You know, people are talking about the HelloFresh stuff and all this kind of stuff. Kristi is so problematic. I'm like, well, I didn't realize that. Who knew? I didn't know. You know? So anyway. What else should I talk about today? She said, who is James Charles? You want me to talk about Colleen Ballinger? Sure. She's asked me who James Charles is. I don't got that much to say about Colleen Ballinger. I mean, I've always got something to say about Colleen Ballinger, but not today. Okay. You don't need to know who James Charles is. It's probably better that you don't know who James Charles is. Well, I might look it up. Oh, you look it up. Hey, just don't follow him. She don't follow any of that stuff. See, I got good neighbors, don't I? Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section. Below. Tomorrow I will be back. Tomorrow I will be back for my true rant video. You guys gave me lots of things to rant about. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for that fun kind of laid back video, and I will see you then. Bye.